not perfect, God, neither are you. Tell these salty motherfuckers to tell the truth. Tell politicians to give up the rooms. Tell silent voters to stand up to the booth.
God, it's me. Can you hear my plea? Feeling like I'm lost in this world, can't you see? Demons creeping in, trying to take control of me. But I'm just trying to find the light, trying to break free. I'm not perfect, God, neither are you. But why you keep forgetting me? What did I do? Trying to have a convo, but you starting to preach. Feeling like I'm on a leash. Can't find no peace, find no peace. Living in hell, can't you hear my plea? I'm suffocating, can't you see? Why you let these false prophets roam free? While the well-run suffer, can't you see? I'm not perfect, God, neither are you. Why you keep targeting me? What did I do? Trying to have a convo, but you starting to preach. Feel like I'm on a leash, can't find no peace.
Hardest battles, strongest soldiers, greatest burden, broadest shoulders, pushing up just like these boulders. See conflict like it's water, so this mercy, take my chalice, seeking grace through all this malice. All of these salty motherfuckers could give up.
Politics and senators, they all the same. Got me stuck in this endless game. But I won't give up, won't play the role. Gotta do what's best
for my soul.
I'm not perfect, God. Neither are you. Tell these salty motherfuckers to tell the truth. Tell these politicians to give up the room. Tell silent voters to stand up to the booth. Living wild but truthfully free. God keep on watching over me. Take my pleas and keep the receipts. I just want all of humanity to be free.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I ain't done this in a while, but I feel like I needed to get back out here because our state's fucked up. I think people need to get off their couches, start paying attention a little bit. But before we get into all that, I got a song from Frank Nitty, our Black Hat Films, Frank Nitty, Scan the City.
Smoking, he's smoking. Frank Nitty smoking. Whoa, I said, woo, who touching unauthorized titties? Frank Nitty, who touching on all the biddies? Frank Nitty, who brew his hat smelling like shitty? Frank Nitty, who grateful bitches? Frank Nitty, who scam the city? Frank Nitty, no means no. Who grateful ho? Frank Nitty, you scam the city. Stop touching the biddies. Them is unauthorized. Who bro was hat smelling like shitty? Steak nitty, bitch. You scam the city. My chance. Ooh. You bald head, bitch. Who got two dreads? One twist, one lock, and one braid, and a big ass bald spot, and live off pity. Hat smelling real shitty. Frank Nitty. Your name's Stank Diddy. Them is unauthorized titties. Stop touching all them bitties, bitch. You need to pay back the city. Fucking foot, bitch.
Hey, what up, though? What up, though? What up, though? Man, it's been crazy. It's been a packed last couple weeks if you ain't been paying attention. Especially this month in March, we had an officer-involved shooting in Rochester. People out here still doing no kings, even though we only have presidents. They called Donald Trump a king, which I don't get, but it is whatever. One of the first things that I wanted to talk about was Cleavon White happened in Rochester, Minnesota on March 11th. I want people to know that there's a trigger warning. You're going to see things that are harmful. It's about 3 minutes and 20 seconds. But I want people to look at it and see that, we do have issues with our justice system. We have with our policing. So I want people to watch this. This is a trigger warning. Watch the video of Cleavon White. I'm hoping that Rochester Police come out with more body cam footage. You really don't get a clear picture in these little 3 minutes and 18, 19 seconds, whatever. But I want the full picture. I don't want half. I think that's what's wrong with our society is they feed us just a little bit. And then we don't get truth. We don't get transparency. We're lied to, no matter if it comes to politicians, no matter if it comes to our city councilors or people that are in the committees. And at the end of the day, you're going to see that a lot of people don't want to bite the hand that feeds them. And what I mean by that is that people don't want to call out their employers, the people that they work for, or things that I think about Jaden Ivey. That was probably, that to me should have never happened. Even with the Jaden Ivey, I don't think he should have been kicked off the Bulls. There's a whole bunch of shit that to me is crazy, and not enough people aren't speaking up. And I think they're scared to speak up because they're scared of the consequences that come along with speaking out. That doesn't mean that because people aren't speaking up, that doesn't mean that it's okay to do. You just have people that aren't speaking up because they're scared. I mean, I think about Zach X. That's the next thing I'm going to talk about. And we really exposed, especially the last two stories that I'm going to talk about after this, is Elliot Ingen and Walter Hudson. And then especially, I just don't get it. But here goes the body cam footage from March 11th.
Please, okay? I want you to have options here. We're trying to give you as many options as possible.
It's a medical hold. Where is this coming in?
Okay,
I don't have a medical hold.
You're going around in a circle.
I don't have a medical hold. That's what I'm saying.
So at this point,
the medical hold is over with. That's what Casey. I got out of the house. I don't have that shit no more. I don't have a medical hold.
So
you're on one right now.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm not at the hospital.
We just put you on one.
You can't put me on no medical hold at the hospital. I'm not on no medical hold. I'm not on the medical hold, man. I'm not on the medical hold, bro.
Okay, come on, let's go.
No,
let's
I'm
go.
not.
Come on.
I'm not.
If you don't go, we're going to make you.
I don't have a
and
reason.
We cannot guarantee your safety, okay?
Cleavon,
I don't have a reason.
we're giving you so many opportunities. Please
I don't have a reason.
We're literally begging you to please walk out.
I'm
so we don't
begging
have to drag
y'all
you
to
out.
please walk out.
Okay,
I don't
come
have
on.
a problem, man.
Let's go.
You want to just walk out with us?
No, I don't.
Okay, don't fight us. Do not fight us.
Can y'all back up off of me, though?
Okay.
Can y'all please back up off of me, man?
Do
That's
not
all
fight
I'm
us.
asking is back up off of me. I'm not fighting y'all.
Take a
Y'all
deep
fighting
breath.
me.
Cleavon,
Let's just. There you go.
Y'all fighting me.
Okay.
take
Y'all
a
fight
couple
me.
more,
We're gonna
please.
walk out.
You hear? Y'all win! You don't hear? Y'all win! Oh, God, man. What the fuck me, man? What the fuck is wrong with y'all, man? Oh,
22-14 fighting this one.
Let's go high low. Let's see his hands. Get his hands. Get your hands up. Pull him on his back. Where's the gun? It's still in my holster.
In that little body cam footage, I don't really feel like you're giving a story, actually what happened. You're giving a narrative. Just in that little fashion interaction. I look at that and I know I've had people reach out to me, and I really kind of I've stayed not too loud about this, but kind of quiet. And I think it's time for people to say something. I know people have been. I don't really fuck with them. I don't mess with the NAACP in Rochester. I think they're a bunch of sellouts, and it's crazy to me of watching this video footage and knowing that you have people in the community that are supposed to be working with the police, and we're still seeing interactions like this. I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, the police, what do you expect them to do? In this situation, they escalated the situation. They didn't de-escalate it. They escalated it. And I'm just, I'm not educated. I'm somebody that has self-learned. I've been self-taught. I've taken some classes. I have some certificates and things like that. But watching that video, and seeing people that are commenting about, oh, the police, what were they supposed to do? Nobody was in harm's way. Yes, a shot went off because they put themselves in danger and they put others in danger. If you could, they had no control over a situation. No control over it. No control. So, and I know people are going to be like, oh, well, he just should have complied. Why? Why? Okay, this is my thing about it, right? You put a 72-hour mental health hold on somebody, right? But you're trying to put them in handcuffs. They're not under arrest. They're not under arrest. You put them in a mental health hold, a 72-hour hold. So why are you trying to put them in handcuffs? That's what I don't understand. Is why, if you're trying to make the situation where nobody gets hurt, because the officer did say that, please follow our, so nobody gets hurt. You shoot. I shouldn't even say they shot because the gun went off. I don't even know. Looking at the body cam footage, I will say this. He never grabbed the officer's gun. It never left his holster. So he never had fully control of it. And yes, the gun did go off. But did the gun go off because y'all are wrestling while other people are around? You're making the situation unsafe, not only for Cleavon, not only for the 3 officers that were in there, but also the kids and their mother, where I didn't see any type of de-escalation. It was either you're going to listen to us, and if not, we're going to hurt you. That's basically what options it was. And I'm 48 years old, right? And I've been in all types of situations when it comes to the police. And it's just like when I was talking about Anthony in Mower County. Having been myself gone through mental health, I've been to St. Peter. I see a lot of these stories, a lot of these situations that should have actually ended in a different way. And I don't understand it. Why do they have to end in death? Why? Because why are you shooting the guy and nobody was in danger? It's still in the holster. Why? What kind of threat? That's what I don't understand. What kind of threat was there? What kind of threat? You have the person, you're trying to get his arms. Yes, the gun did go off. Yes, nobody. Here's the thing that I want to say. When you look at that video, even when the gun did go off, it went that way into the cupboards. It went into the cupboards. So come on, why are you? Nobody was in danger. If anybody was really in danger, it was the innocent bystanders who called the police for help. This is the problem that we have in our communities. I'm going to be straight up honest. Same thing happened in Austin with Christopher, a mental health situation, and the police make it worse. I don't even know why. This is the thing that I will never understand. We're in 2026, right? And police, they say that they want to have great community relations and they want to be able to work with the community. And then this bullshit happens. How are we supposed to trust when they won't even tell us the truth? When they won't even tell us the truth. Because I'm somebody that has been in mental, you can look at my Minnesota court records. I've had multiple commitments for mental health. And I'll admit it, back in my 20s and 30s, I was wild. I was wild until I started taking responsibility for the shit I was doing and stopped blaming everybody else around me. Because I was the problem, me and my choices, not anybody else. Because to be honest, growing up, I think people were trying to help. And because I was stubborn, because I didn't want their help, and I didn't want to feel like I was yeah, but I see this shit. I see situations like this, or even in Austin, Minnesota. And why is it every time that a situation like this happens, a person dies? Why? This isn't a death sentence. I looked up Cleavon's record in Minnesota. He had a couple of evictions. I didn't see no mental health commitments. I didn't see no holds. I didn't go down to the Olmsted County courthouse, and maybe I need to do that and put his name in there and all that and see, because maybe there is more in there. But from what I could see, I didn't see any type of mental health things on there. I'm not saying that he didn't have mental illness, right? I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is that you put a man on, I don't know what the police knew. I don't know what made them put a 72-hour hold or any of that, right? All I seen is a little interaction that they did, 3 minutes, and I don't even think it was 3 minutes long. That's all we've seen is a snapshot. A snapshot. We didn't see what led up to them putting a 72-hour hold on Cleavon. All they showed us was 3 minutes and fed us a narrative before and after so that we get their side of the story and not the truth. That's the same thing that happened with George Floyd. It's the same thing that happened with George Floyd. Everybody, here's the thing that I want to say too, right? Even when it comes down to Republicans and Democrats, because it's not a political issue. And it's crazy that it's seen that way. But I can honestly tell that people have never been in these types of situations. And that's their privilege. That's their privilege. I shouldn't even say privilege. That's just that different how they were raised, how they grew up. And I see that all the time. That doesn't make, this is the one thing that pisses me off when it comes to the Democrats or BLM, whatever the fuck you want to call them, right? It's not even so much about racism anymore. It's about Negrophobia. Because they all say, oh, we're not scared of black people. We're not scared of black people. I got black friends. But how do you talk about black people besides that friend you have? So I'll say this, you're not racist, but it's Negrophobia. And we got to be honest about that at some point. Next, I want to show a video. Oh, shit. The No Kings protest. This was out in Bloomington, but this is Zach X, and I want to get into. I want to show the whole video, right? So it's about 12 minutes long, and I'm going to show that. So this is from Saturday.
Oh, it's cold. We're out here. We're about to crash this party. No King protesters. It's actually quite a big crowd coming up on. 1 second here. I set you down. What? Hello? Shit. Hold on. What the fuck? Okay. What up? I'm just getting situated. What up, everybody? Whew. Oh, it's a big crowd. Yeah. Let's go.
There's Mike back here.
Oh yeah, we should. It's a big crowd.
A little bit of distance, but not get too far away from you.
Are you
What?
You got anything?
No.
Or what?
No.
Bunch of flying dildos. Ooh.
I don't come to these things with weapons. Well, literally, if you had one, they would prosecute you for it. Yeah. Even if you used it.
Hi, Shayna. Hope you're safe.
I must have called this morning. How many times? Like, come on.
Everybody made it.
Come on. Come on, answer one.
Holy shit.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah, I'm sitting like calling. It's like, dude, fine, answer, fine, dude.
How's everybody doing?
The jailer at Zach's. We'll never find you. I said you guys have a track record of doing it.
All right, let's march. It's a big ass crowd, I'd say. Ooh, somewhere in the 200 or 300s. Hey, Maida, record video.
Pro Kings rally?
Is this the Pro King rally?
Looking for kings.
We're the kings! Jesus is king! Jesus is king! Jesus is king! Jesus is king!
Yeah, sure. That's for sure. I hope you know that. You know, get over it.
You sound like a cackling witch.
Good. I like being a cackling witch.
You look like one too.
Good. I'm glad.
bet
What's
you-
your problem?
your
if
face.
Jesus is king, sir,
Don't
you
touch
should not
me.
be behaving this way.
Hands to yourself.
Let me know. God is good and great.
Unless
okay?
you- unless
God
you're-
is good. Why are you here?
Why are you here?
Why are
is
you
good
here?
and God is great.
I'm here to ruin your day.
Yeah, you've already
Yep.
done it, so goodbye.
Nope.
It's
I'm
a free
staying right
country.
here, honey.
You can't
It's a
ruin
free
my
country.
day. You could never ruin my day.
You can't tell us what to do with the free
She's getting
country.
handsy. I kind of like it. My safe word's pineapple.
You people are. It's not worth it.
My safe word's pineapple.
My safe word is get the hell out of here.
Slap me in the butt.
It's enough.
Come get it, honey.
It's enough. Just get out.
She freaking lost her mind. The kings are here! Woo! You guys are all beta males. Any beta males in this crowd? Don't acknowledge me. Don't acknowledge the alpha male and the betas.
Quit staring at my teeth.
Hey, what's up? You guys sure look stupid standing out here. Mwah.
Nobody looks as dumb as you.
Mwah. Hey, the old folks home called. They want their retards back.
Be there yourself.
Hey. Santa Claus isn't real.
Oh, Lord.
Santa Claus isn't real.
Say that,
Woo! Hey, Maida.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh, I would never.
We were told to come say hi to you guys.
Losers! Losers! Santa Claus isn't real! Santa Claus isn't real! Why is a kid holding a sign at a protest? Santa Claus isn't real! Santa Claus isn't real. Sorry, guys. Santa Claus isn't real. Santa Claus isn't real.
It's a Sunday best.
What's your sign say, little guy? Can I have your sign? Thank you.
And then he'll need it again. That's ours. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I should have did that.
Jesus is king! Jesus is king! Jesus is king! Jesus is king! Any wise words, kangaroo suit?
You're cute.
Huh?
You think you're cute?
You think you're cute in your kangaroo suit?
She's cute. Cute. I want it.
Kangaroos against kidnapping.
You're front row.
Hey, Maida. Record video.
And I have just as much right to be here as
You got
Why
small
would you
dick
hit a
energy.
woman?
Back the hell
Why
up.
would you hit a woman?
Smack the hell.
You hit a
Back
woman.
the hell up.
Why would
Back
you
the
hit
hell
a
up.
woman, dude?
Back the hell
I'm
up.
not even on your side. Look at
Back
that!
the hell up.
Look at that! Dude,
Back
you
the
just hit
hell
a
up.
woman again! What's
Back
the matter
up.
with you, bro?
Jackass.
Damn! Want to abuse women all
Hey.
the time. I bet all of you are like that.
Hey, you're a Your erectile dysfunction doesn't need to be taken out at a protest, okay? Your erectile dysfunction doesn't need to be taken out at a protest. They got pills for that. Get your ass out of my face.
I'm just saying, you physically assaulted him. That's all I'm saying. More than once.
Alright, let's move.
What did you take your mask off?
Don't fucking touch me. Don't fucking touch me. You'll get something if you touch me again.
I didn't touch you at all.
Yeah, you did. You grabbed my phone. You touched me again. I got a little present for you. It's right here in my pocket. It's right here in my pocket.
We got kids over here.
Yeah, I don't care. They shouldn't be at a protest. Santa Claus isn't real. Shouldn't be at a protest, honey. Santa Claus isn't real. Santa Claus isn't real. Santa Claus isn't real.
Now there's
Look
the
at
guy
this,
that
guys.
gets
There's a
into
freaking 2-year-old.
right there.
That's fucking number 3, bro! Not video our fucking child! We're on public. Broken nose! 2, what?
Uncover your head, yeah! Uncover your face!
Fucking put your hands on me! Don't ever put your hands on me! Don't ever put your hands on me again! The fuck?
Zach needs better people around him, I believe. This isn't the first time that, and in no way, self-defense is law. And I read the reports, the documents are out here. I got them right here. I don't agree with the police. I will say this is a bunch of bullshit. Going inside of Hennepin County and protesting or counter protesting, we got to understand people are out there to get a reaction from us. We're already going into enemy territory. Oh, this is the wrong one. That's, whoops, that's somebody else. That's Ingens. We have to stop going into enemy territory, and especially by ourselves. I will say that is that we know we're going into an area. This is why I don't protest anymore, right? Because I've been through hell. I've been through hell and back trying to protest, and all I got out of it was charges. That's all I got out of it was protesting charges. I didn't get anything else out of it but protesting charges. And I won't say that it ruined my life, but it didn't make my life better. It made my life a lot more. Now that it's done and over with, I still have repercussions from it. It still comes up in the background checks, and people always want to say, "Oh, you spit at the police." Listen, I never spit at no police. I don't know why you say that. I never spit at no police officer, not once. I made a spitting sound. So this was the video that they posted on, I think it was Saturday. And just bullshit to me. And I don't think he should have been arrested. I think his bail is bullshit, $75,000. And it's like, But where's the guy that started all this shit and you're not arresting him? You're not, you know what I'm saying? It's like, why are we only seeing like Zach started a situation? And maybe, here's the thing of it is people are like, well, he shouldn't have been enticing. So now words are enticing. I mean, this is the one thing, even when it comes to Shiloh Hendricks situation down in Rochester, they talk about, oh, well, she said the nigger word to a Somalian boy, not a black kid. And that's what people don't understand. There's a whole big difference. A whole big difference. But there's the dude. I guess his nose was broken and some other shit. But it's like, here's my thing of it is, there's people going to be out there filming. There's going to be people out there filming. And if you didn't bring your kid out there, then there wouldn't be this type of situation. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, we allow these things and then we don't call out the bullshit. This would have never happened if people would stop bringing their kids to protest. That's what we don't understand. It's like, why are you putting yourself and others in danger? Why? Here's the thing that I want people to understand. Y'all are coming out here to protest. What are you protesting about? Because what we're talking about is violence. Y'all keep on talking about peaceful. Peaceful. Come on, man. It makes no fucking sense to me. Like, stop bringing kids in bad situations. This is the one thing that I will say, right? Is when you go to these protests, something potentially could happen. It's just like when I on an election protesting about Joe Biden. I got part of the 646. And not only just me, but 10 other people that I felt like I put them in danger's way, and not even intentionally, but because I trusted people that should not have been trusted. That's the one part that a lot of people can't understand or won't understand. We have a lot of those people that are CEOs or executive directors or whatever their fucking label is, their title. And those people are sellouts. Those people are paid. And they're paid very, very high. That's why you don't see them out here. You don't want to be in harm's way. You don't want to be in danger. I just don't get it, man. We live in such a fucked up world. It's like people see one thing one way and don't want to call out the whole bullshit. So 3rd-degree assault, committing a felony wearing a bulletproof vest, following his arrest at a counter protest. Yep, we know they're no kings. That shit just don't make no sense sometimes. I'm not saying it isn't real. And people say, well, you don't need to be saying that. Why? It's the truth. Why is that? It's like, this is my thing that I've got, like, people are so, that I can tell that people don't want the truth. Because they get mad when we say things like Santa isn't real. Neither is the Easter Bunny. So is that fighting words? That's the shit I don't get, right? I really don't get. Maybe I will say this, is that he shouldn't have at least put his phone in the area of a child. I will say that. But it doesn't give the parent permission to grab somebody else or even try to slap their phone away. Why don't you just ask them? Whatever happened to talking? Whatever happened to making sure that We don't get to fighting. Now everybody wants to put their hands on other people. And this is what I will say, is they said that the victim was transported to the hospital for medical attention. Victim suffered a broken nose, which will require surgery to repair. Stop fucking with Mega Tyson. That nigga's a one-hitter quitter. A one-hitter quitter. The left hand was bleeding at his knuckles. So he was provided. Yeah, they did say, I did hear that on Saturday when people couldn't find out where Zach was at, and that there was blood outside of his vehicle. And I said, I don't even know this. Yeah, that's why I don't go back out there. I really do feel like there's so much bullshit when it comes to the movement. And it's not about Zach or anything like that. I think that it comes down to the people that call themselves Republicans, and they're really not Republican. They're really not Republican. There are a lot of people out here just to start bullshit. It ain't about changing shit. It's not about changing a goddamn thing, man. I know it doesn't make any sense. This one, a mental health facility, St. Peter, an inmate. I shouldn't say not an inmate. Client, patient, say patient. This story to me, it just shows you is that we don't take mental illness seriously. We don't take it as serious as we should. A lot of people are suffering, and we're not helping. And I will say that we're making situations worse. So listen to this situation out in St. Peter.
Tonight, a state-run mental health hospital is facing a federal lawsuit saying just hours before a patient killed his roommate, staff allowed him to play violent video games, triggering, they allege, his psychosis. Rai Katene has more on the lawsuit tonight.
A little over 2 years ago, court documents show David Ote, a patient at the state-run mental health treatment center in St. Peter, killed his roommate by repeatedly swinging a guitar like an axe and bashing his head.
It appeared to him that he wasn't sure that Mr. Hussein was dead. He started to think that he was immortal, and he actually took his guitar strap and strangled Mr. Hussein after he had bludgeoned him.
Jeff Storms represents the family of Abdirashid Hussein, a 36-year-old National Guard veteran who is suffering from mental health issues himself.
When you lose someone so senselessly, when they're in an environment where you think they're supposed to be cared for and within the hands of the government, it's always even harder to comprehend.
Storms says this video shows Ote walking through the facility to tell the staff they should check on Hussein after he attacked him. In the summer of 2024, a judge ruled that although Ote did kill Hussein, he was not guilty of criminal charges because of his mental illness. But Storms says employees at the Forensic Mental Health Program facility should face accountability.
He was basically crying out for help.
A federal lawsuit filed on Monday accuses 5 employees of allowing Ote to spiral for months and violating the facility's policy by letting him play violent video games late at night, even though he was previously convicted of killing his sister and has a history of delusional and violent psychosis.
The video game and the evening of the death was really the crescendo to all of that.
Hussein's family is now taking the state and its employees to court and demanding a jury trial.
This was a stupid and senseless way for somebody to die. They owed him constitutional duties. And every time we take one of these cases, we know we're prepared to fight to the bitter end for it. And this is a fight that's worth having.
Now, Minnesota Direct Care and Treatment is the state-operated behavioral health care system. It was previously part of the Minnesota Department of Human Services, but it did become its own agency last year. In a statement, its CEO says, quote, "The loss of Abdi Hussein was a terrible tragedy that left his friends, family, and partners in treatment heartbroken. Our thoughts and sympathies are with his closest loved ones." Julie.
You know what's crazy is that this has been said for years. It's not something new. This isn't something new. And now they want to say that violent video games, again, this is something that's been talked about for years. It's not new. If you've seen in 2020, you've seen that shit go on. Motherfuckers was out there playing like they was in GTA, Call of Duty, all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit, it's not new. It's the fact that we don't take mental health seriously. We have to have a conversation. Are we allowing people to exhibit bad behaviors because we allow them to play video games, to maybe overeat? You know, as a parent, maybe you'll take a lot of back talk, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Different things. Maybe it's time for us to have a conversation of let's start taking mental health seriously. And how can we help a person not make them spiral even further? And the fact that people are playing violent video games in a mental health facility is already should be a no-no. But if the facility allows that, then that's a conversation that we need to have on a greater scale. On a greater scale. Because the shit's not fair. I'll be honest. It's not. I mean, even when this next thing that I have about the legislature, everybody knows we're on Easter break right now. For the next, I think it's for the next week they are. This is because I didn't even know it, but Easter is Sunday, I guess. But how even if you look into the Minnesota legislative session, probably not going to get much done this year. Probably not going to get much done. Nothing about really the fraud or the people that are suffering with mental health, people that are poor, who nobody listens to, are still going to be homeless. And we're not going to have services for them because we're not having actual conversations and trying to build something that's better. And instead, they would just rather have these, I don't even know what the fuck to call it. But it's crazy. And I saw this and I thought it was important that I feel like people should pay attention to. So, and it's something that everybody should hear.
When they return from Easter Passover break next week, all major proposed legislation remains in limbo in a closely divided legislature.
But one major bill that does look likely to pass actually failed last year. Chief political reporter Tom Hauser joins us live from the Capitol with a legislative report card. Tom?
Yeah, Kevin, it's really a tale of two sessions. A bill to create an Office of Inspector General was said to be a top priority of the legislature last year. But after it passed the Minnesota Senate, it stalled in the Minnesota House. Well, this year that bill is moving through the House, but all other major legislation appears to be stalled. 6 weeks after the opening gavel, only 4 relatively minor bills have been signed into law by the governor. The most controversial legislation remains in legislative limbo, including legislation to restrict actions of federal ICE agents.
The Metro Surge package we'll take up when we come back after the break. There are, I think, 11 bills packaged together.
The bills would prohibit masks and require judicial warrants, among many other things, while Republicans want to focus on affordability and fraud.
And then we're going to have Democrats spending, hours and hours and maybe days or weeks on ICE things that we have no jurisdiction over.
We're seeing gridlock in the state legislature, and no one should be surprised by that. There are bitter partisan divisions and an evenly divided state house.
Many Capitol observers say an Office of Inspector General bill and a bonding bill might pass. But the report card is less favorable on gun control, sports betting, lowering license tab fees, and ICE legislation. Several of those issues have already stalled on tie votes in the evenly divided Minnesota House. After the Annunciation school shootings, Senate Majority Leader Aaron Murphy says lawmakers owe parents a vote on gun legislation.
I don't expect to receive Republican votes on the assault ban or on high-capacity magazines. But it's important for Minnesotans to know that we're willing to take that action.
It's not about gun violence. It's about violence in general. I mean, we got to talk about mental health. We got to talk about law enforcement training. We have to talk about school safety.
And partisan divides like that in the Senate mean that everything is going to be difficult to pass. They'll have 6 weeks after the Easter Passover break to try to figure this out and see if they can pass major legislation, or will this become an election year do-nothing session? Live at the Capitol, Tom Hauser, 5 Eyewitness News.
So people should expect that. Now, shit is going to get done this session. Maybe the OIG and the bonding bill, but that's probably it. I wanted to talk about a situation that happened on Friday. And it's a conversation that we don't have enough about, especially when it comes to representatives that get caught drinking and driving, have weapons on them. That shit's crazy to me, and I still can't understand it. We're supposed to set a better example. I get it, people make mistakes. I've made them my whole fucking life. But I'm trying to, I shouldn't even say trying because trying is lying. I've made better choices. And it's not even about trying. It's about that thinking. That's why I look at a lot of these elected officials and I see things like this. And I say, especially to myself, how do these people, and I get everybody makes a mistake. But you shouldn't be making these mistakes. Not when you're an elected official. Not when you're an elected official, because you have a different standard to live by. The same thing what happened to Jaden Ivey and what they're saying. Well, he shouldn't have did that because he lives by a code that none of us live by. It's the same thing with these representatives, these state senators. They go by oaths or things that normal citizens, we don't have to. We don't have a code. We don't have to be leaders. That shit's a choice. It's a choice that we make, just like the same choice that I made to rob people or that I made to sell drugs when I was younger. So I understand it, because when I look at Elliot, I know his age. I know Elliot. So, but again, we have to hold people accountable, especially when they make bad decisions. Especially when they make bad decisions, because we hold them to a higher standard, no matter if it comes to Bobby Joe Champion. That's when we see something wrong, and there's enough people, they'll make it political, because that's how they even turned the shit last year about when it came to the fraud and all. It wasn't about, well, we just want what's better for the community. We want what's better for everybody. But that's not how it was going. That's not how it was going. Because they only care for some and not all. That's the problem. It's just like even now when we have these with our programs in Minnesota. You know, my thing of it is we shouldn't be trying to take care of people who they say they want a better life. But why are you trying to scam or do fraudulent shit to have your American dream when there's people over here in America who've been hustling and bustling for a very, very long time and ain't nowhere near having that American dream, because what we really have is an American nightmare. An American nightmare. It's pretty wild to me. I'm going to be honest. Going 44 and a 30 up. My thing, you're 2 representatives. Why are you driving like that? Somebody, this is the thing this just showed to me that some people can't accept, or they take for granted that label, that title, because a lot of this shit can be lost. A lot of this shit and then all it takes is one. Look at Jaden Ivey. He made one decision to call out the NBA about LGBTQ and Pride Nights. They let him go. We can't have people standing up to the system. And that's what we should be doing here. Even in I think it's a state auditor. Elliott now has a DUI. Don Wogmanton, whatever his name is, got a DWI. Like, come on. This whole situation was bad. Was bad. There was a lot of bad decisions made. When it comes to the traffic stop, I made a U-turn, the police said, and caught up to the vehicle as it approached Otter Lake Road. The driver slowed and lurched forward, but not come to a complete stop at the stop sign before turning northbound into Otter Lake Road. I activated my emergency lights, initiated a traffic stop after illuminating the whole vehicle with my spotlight. I exited my squad and approached the vehicle on foot. I made contact with the driver, who I identified by his Minnesota driver's license as Ingen. As soon as I got to the vehicle, I could smell the odor of an alcoholic beverage coming from inside. Egan's eyes were watery, glassy, and bloodshot. Without being asked, Ingen stated, "I'm sober cabbing them," referring to the two passengers in the vehicle. I told Ingen I stopped him for speeding. He did not argue and said, "Oh, shoot, I'm sorry, man." I also told him about the headlight being out and the expired registration. Ingen said he had taken the vehicle to Valvoline, but they were unable to fix the headlight. As I continued speaking with Ingen, the odor of the alcoholic beverage became stronger. I had asked if he had been drinking, and he repeatedly denied it, saying no and nothing at all. His clothing appeared disheveled. His shirt was halfway unbuttoned, and sleeves were rolled up unevenly. I observed a bottle of alcohol in a child's car seat located on the rear passenger seat. One of the passengers, later identified as Walter Scott Hudson, stated the bottle belonged to him. I again asked Ingen if he had consumed any alcohol, and he had said no. I asked Ingen to follow the tip of my finger with his eyes. I again noted his watery, glassy, bloodshot eyes, and I observed that his pupils were dilated. During this, I also observed nystagmus in both eyes. I don't know what the fuck that is. I ain't never heard of that word. I guess they took some testing. This is the thing that I want people to look at. And this is why I say stop allowing these spirits into your body. And these damn sure ain't no Christians. We only drinking. I don't drink period anymore. It should be done in moderation. In moderation. This is why bad shit happens. It's because we don't do shit in moderation. We either do it to win or we do it to fuck up our lives. And what happens? We end up fucking up our lives. I hope that Elliott learns from this situation. The same thing with Walter. I maybe not have the same eye-to-eye views, but I damn sure don't ever want to see anybody go to the slammer for some bad decisions. Because I was one of them people. I was one of those people. But I do feel like we need to hold people accountable and get justice. Because if we don't get some type of consequence that makes people think twice before they do something wrong, a lot of people like, oh, they won't do it again. That's just kids being kids. It's not kids being kids. It's because we're not holding people accountable. And that's why they keep on doing it again. Because we're not holding people accountable. We just look at it, bypass it, and be like, you know what, fuck it. No, just fuck it. Damn. He said he directed Ingen to step out of the vehicle to perform field sobriety testing, as I did not believe his claim that he had not consumed alcohol. As he walked back towards my squad, he stated, he again stated he did not have anything to drink. Before starting the test, Ingen said he had a astigmatism, but denied any other eye issues. He said he did not wear glasses or contacts and could see my finger from about 12 inches away. He also denied having any physical disabilities or taking any medications. I continued to smell an odor of an alcoholic beverage coming from his breath. The roadway was dry, flat, and free of debris. The following is what I observed. Ingen's pupils were equal in size, his eyes tracked equally. I observed lack of smooth pursuit in both eyes, distinct and sustained nigmatomas at a maximum deviation in both eyes, and the onset of nystagmus prior to, I don't know what the fuck any of that means. Way above my pay grade. Walk and turn during the instruction phase. Ingen started the test too soon. During the performance phase, Ingen improperly turned. One leg stand. Ingen raised his right foot off the ground, swayed while balancing, hopped, and put his foot down twice. During the initial portion of the test, Ingen failed to look at his foot as instructed. Preliminary screening, 1.42. Wow. I had a drink 3 hours ago. And the big thing was, so I guess on Thursday, they skipped I shouldn't say they both did. They were caught drinking at the bar, whatever, bar and grill, blah, 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 whatever, watching the Twins opener. But what people don't understand is that Elliot out of an education committee. Out of an education committee to go drink. To go drink. That to me is the issue. Because how are we really serious about fixing Minnesota? Because when I see shit like that, I don't see that. I don't see people taking their role very seriously. Because how are you supposed to be a leader and you're still making mistakes repeatedly? Because you don't listen to the people that want to see you do better. Because I know Reb's been speaking on this multiple times on this podcast. And it is something that we need to have a discussion about. Are these the things that we want our elected officials to have charges like this? Because to me, if there is no consequences, to me, it'll be like they'll never learn to not do it again. It's the same way down in Rochester when I see that they're handing out 60 days in jail or blah, blah. You're not showing people the seriousness of their crimes. Nobody. I could do 60 days standing on my fucking head. On my head. So I don't understand I see why people don't learn their lessons. Because we don't take none of this shit seriously. Not when it comes to crime, not when it comes to rehabilitation, recidivism, none of that. We don't even want to talk about the nonprofits, how bad they are for the communities. Like, I totally don't get it. It's like, why do you need a $250,000 or $300,000 salary, and the people you serve can't even afford a bus token? Can't even afford to take the bus. They damn sure don't have no car. So why do you? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't understand. Yeah, I can get it. People have degrees and all that, right? But why is a person making all that money to work for people that are already poor? It's the same thing when I see in these churches. They ask for their tithes. Oh, you got to donate to the church. This motherfucking pastor got a Benz, But most of his congregation rides the bus or they walk to church. I don't think God wanted it really to be that way. Like, come on. That's what I don't understand. That's why I laugh at a lot of this shit, because a lot of these people are not Christian to me. Because what's good for the goose is good for the gander. That's what basically this is. They see people doing shit and there's no repercussions. So that's why people continue to do things that are against the law, that are maybe not right. But we don't see it like that. We don't call it out. We don't do none of that. And why? That's what people really need to ask themselves, is why. It's fucked up when we don't even start talking about the things that we need to change in our communities, just because, for the fact that when you have people that supposedly are working, they say they're working for, oh, we're working for you. You know, we're trying to make this community better. Nobody makes it better. Only the people can make it better. Only the people. That's what I will say. Only the people can make it better. Because it damn sure ain't going to be us. It damn sure ain't going to be us. It damn sure is not going to be us. It's not going to be no elected officials. It's not going to be none of that. It's going to be us. If we don't, not going to be no, Trump's not going to do it. It's not going to be no Lisa DeMuth. It's not going to be no Mike Lindell. It's going to be us, the voters, the people that, to me, should take this shit seriously. The people that care, people that do want to make a difference. That's what it should be about. There's all this shit. It's like we have a broken ass system, and people will say that it's, how do you fix something broken? I don't know how you fix it, because we're so far past gone. I don't know anymore. And we have too many people out here doing what they believe is right, even though they know it's wrong. Well, I'm going to get up out of here for today. I'll be back tomorrow. And we're going to get into that Minnesota legislative session. We'll talk about some things that were being brought up in the Senate or the House floor. And we'll get a better understanding of what's really been going on at the state capitol. So with that being said, I'll see y'all tomorrow. And here is Pino, I Don't Want to Lose. And I'll see y'all same time, same place.
I wrote some notes about you yesterday, sitting on the edge of my bed thinking about you. I've been learning how to live without you, babe. It's been 7 days since you've been away. I've been losing all my sleep ever since you spoke to me. My life ain't the same. I've been wondering if you've been the same. Feeling I've been holding, feels like I've been losing you. Kahit ang hirap aminin, kung pwede sa'kin ka na lang, pakiramdam ko ikaw palagi. Sa'kin mo na lang itadang